If you're a man and unaenda kuna mmenaendi somewhere anataka tu kubet, walipe rent, waongelee Premier League, alafu kuna watu wako na vision, kuna watu wako na goals. Kama unataka kwenda mbali, kindly usipande mbegu zako tu anywhere, otherwise takumess. Because believe me, even kuna watu wanajua mimi si wife material, kuna watu wanajua mimi ni slave queen too, but niko sure tu nikipata bole huyu jamaa haezi hata mtoi. Hello friends, Dennis Bunja, your host, welcoming you officially to our 5th episode of Boldly Speaking Podcasts. That means kuna episode zingine tumefanya episode 1, 2, 3, 4, na hii ni ya 5. So as you watch this, as you finish this, go and watch the next one. And alongside me, I have my beautiful co-host here, Madam Doti. Na tuko na topic moto sana. Nafikiria wasalimie, then we just start. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. By that couple of years, anything. Dennis, nakumbuka kuna one of our viewers alisema in our previous podcast, nilikuwa nakanika nasikia baridi. Hopefully wasikai kusikia baridi. Anyway, to our viewers, we appreciate you people. We don't take your support for granted. And to those who texted us and told us we are still subscribing, tunaongoja pia mwende msubscribe, because without you people, actually this journey cannot be easy. So we appreciate your presence and walking this journey with us. Also to our God, we say thank you, because having the gift of speaking is not an easy thing, and whatever we are speaking, actually sometimes I believe it's God who is speaking through us so that we can touch people in one way or the other. So for the podcast that we are doing today, like my friend has said, it's about co-parenting. And I remember the time that you told me that you're doing co-parenting today, I really thought about it, because we keep on shouting that name, co-parenting, but for real it's a heavy word. It's a heavy thing that some of us just speak it. Ukiuliza chali yako mnaendeleaje, unasema waboy tuliachana so tuna co-parent. But in real sense, we don't understand what co-parenting is. What does it entail? What are the challenges of co-parenting? What is the journey that people take through so that they can reach that point of co-parenting? Because I tend to believe, Dennis, there must be a process to where you started maybe meeting, dating, it didn't work, to co-parenting. It's a whole process. And that is something that most of us don't understand. And when you brought that, that topic of us to discuss today about co-parenting, I was like, yeah, that's a good deal. Because even the young people need to understand actually what is co-parenting. And then unasikia mtu unamuuliza ni aje co-parenting yako ikoaje? How is the daddy, or rather how is the mom supporting this issue? Sijali, si bora anafanya. And sometimes we don't care the well-being of the children. Because co-parenting, si mimi na wewe tulikuwa tuna date, haikuwork, Dennis. So nani anabaki kwa hiyo shit? It's the kid. The moment you are telling your kid go to your daddy has his own program, his own whatever in his house that happens. So mtoto anatoka kwako kwa programu ingine, anaenda kwa baba yake ingine, na mtoto ako in a whole confusion state of mind, emotions, and coming from where we started this topic of co-parenting, from that time that you told me that we need to do this, I think even you knew, Dennis, ulifikiria sana. Out of experience, out of friends talk, out of the people that you counsel, because I know you do that. So at this point, Dennis, I want you to enlighten us, including the viewers and the young people out there. What do you understand by co-parenting? What does it entail? Because for me, Dennis, being sincere, I'm not taking this topic so lightly. This is a big deal. Co-parenting has really affected us in one or the other. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, So kindly take us through. that process?
Okay, so what I can say, it can only take two mature people to co-parent, and co-parenting is not a joke.
Sure.
Because most of the time, as I told you last time, there is co-parenting and counter-parenting. Co-parenting is two parties who are willing to work together for the sake of the innocent kid. Mwenye elewi what happened between mom and dad, sindio?
Sure.
Counter-parenting, kuna mtu mmoja anatake advantage, yuko na mtoto na yeye akutumia vibaya. Kuna mtu tu atakuinvite kwa nyumba juu anajua uko broke, utakuja tu mwa sex hata kama mshaachana, that is counter-parenting. Kuna baba unajua ni mlevi, is not right, the right person to raise my kid, but yuko broke, unabidi umwachie mtoto. Now that is counter-parenting. Now, before we go that route, kindly, if ushai walk away from a broken relationship, a marriage, I applaud you, because as you know, most people wamekufa kwa relationships. Zingine funny. Our good singer from Nigeria, Osinachi,
Sure.
alikaa kwa abusive marriage, a very good lady. Alikuwa tu poa na yasema kuwa broke, but nafikiri alikuwa leader wa church kwa like watu watasema aje kunihusu.
Exactly.
Now this lady very talented, akinaimba tu ekueme, ameimba tu nyimbo mzuri, but the lady alikuwa anapigwa tu na bwana. Haku walk away. Alienda kukufa. And what I tell people, it's always good to walk away. Why? Juu hata I'm dating Doti, amekaa kwa relationship nikumabuse. By this, not ladies, even men die kwa relationship. If by bad luck ama by something happens and I kill Doti, hata nikipelekwa kwa polisi, Doti hata kuwa alive. So walking away, it's always advisable. By the way, I'm an ambassador of happy marriages, but if things are not working, I always advise people to walk away. So kama ushai walk away, it's always good kuangalia, where did these things start?
Exactly.
What do I mean? Watu wengi, in my experience, I'm over 30 years, na in my experience, nimekuja kunotice most ladies, because why am I addressing ladies? Because ukipata ball, mi ni chali yako, ama tuna have to casual sex. Because most people walipata watoi na kuwa casual sex. Ukipata mtoi, remember as a lady, uwe ndo unashughulikia mtoto mpaka afikishe kama 18 years. As a man, naweza kuwa tu deadbeat, naweza amua tu kuwa away. So as a lady, kindly, hii ni kitu ya kuangalia sana, because responsibility mingi, huyu mtoto akiwa na homa, huyu mtoto akiwa mgonjwa, ni unambeba, unampeleka wapi? Unapeleka hospitali. Naanza kwa roots juu, tusipo address hizi issues, tutakuwa na more broken people, na tukuwa na more broken people who are raising kids, tuna raise broken kids.
Sure.
Mtoto unampeleka kwa dadi ni mlevi, ama mami ako emotionally unstable, anaabuse mtoto. Tulikuwa tunadeal na kesi whereby this lady alikuja akaachana na bwanake akabaki na watoto. Bwanake akaamua kutekea hao watoto kabisa, watoto watatu. This lady alienda kwenda majuu akaona watoto wanaendelea poa sana. Sasa kama akaanza kuwatumia pesa, anawatumia pesa kubwa na spoil. So in the process, two of the kids walikuja wakaingilia tu drugs. This conflict kati ya watu wana co-parent inafanyaga watoto wakuwe bitter, inafanyaga watoto wakuwe confused. Na the last time when we were talking about the last topic, I said the reason why unaona US na UK wana lead kwa gayism na lesbianism, because these people have not seen dad and mom being happy kwa relationship. So wanaamwaga nini? Wanaamwaga, you can do other things. You can try other things like being a lesbian. We can do other things like being gay ama being bisexual. Why? Hawajai on a happy relationship. Believe me, in our profession, tumekuwa kwa VCT, tumekuwa kwa counseling. Most of the gay people, they are not bad people. Most of the lesbian people, they are not bad people. Wametoka from broken families. Almost all of them. Tukifanya research yetu ni kitu tulifanya. Unaona? So that's what I'm here, guys. Kindly address the past, make sure you are raising happy family or not raising family at all. Si lazima, by the way. So as a lady, you are responsible. Protection, you have sex. Unasema no sex at all. By the way, you can abstain. It's not easy, but if you must have sex, kindly have protection. If you are not in a relationship whereby mshaifanya celebration ya marriage, celebration of marriage inaweza kuwa traditional, inaweza kuwa wedding. Kindly avoid unprotected sex whereby it's just raw. Juu ita end up umekuwa tu na mtoi, alafu utakuwa unajua tu ukibunja anakuwaga ovyo, ama msichana hata afai kulea mtoto wangu, but itabidi tu msanitize juu ya mtoto, na in the process huyu mtoto ndo anakuwa nini, huyu mtoto ndo anakuwa in a confused state, hata ajielewi as they grow. So Dotty, I hand it to you. Hii topic naweza ongea mpaka kesho.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And like I said there before, this is a heavy topic. Huh? And for me now, what I'll pick, Dennis. Now I'll talk in the state of a mother who is already in that situation of co-parenting. I know you've talked of the things that lead to that, existence of co-parenting. So for me, what I can say is the moment you find yourself in that situation of co-parenting as a lady, give yourself time. One thing I also agree is nobody wants to see their home broken. At some point, you are in love with this person, but things didn't work. There was hurt, there was pain, there was miscommunication. A lot of things happened so that you reach to a point where you're desiring for that co-parenting. So in the event that you're in that state of co-parenting, as a young person, as a lady, what is the first thing that you need to do? For me, what I could say, number one, is you are hurt already, you are wounded. Take your time. Heal your pain. Because you cannot be taking care of a kid, desiring for co-parenting, when yourself you're broken. It can't work. And that is why it reaches a point, Dennis, a mother starts using the kids to portray the bad behaviors of the father. Mind you, this relationship that you are right now of co-parenting, it is not about the kids. It is not the kids that are co-parenting with their father. No, it is you as the mother you are co-parenting. And one thing that I always agree, Dennis, is you might find a man can't make to be a good husband, but this man can make to be a good daddy. Because those are two different things. A husband and a father. Those are two totally things. They are different things. Vice versa to a mother. You can be a good mother, but a very bad wife. So in this case, what do I say? In the event that this guy was not a good husband to you, give a chance to this guy to be a good father to the kids. And how do we reach there? Number one, accepting as a mother. This relationship didn't work. I was hurt as a wife. Not a mother, as a wife I was hurt. The person that I was relating to as a husband or as a boyfriend or as a lover didn't have the qualities that I was looking for. But this guy is having the qualities that the kids are needing for as a father. So you need to understand that, number one. And how do you reach there? Number one, going for therapy as a person. Because I believe, ndo ifike mahali, Dennis, una co-parent na mtu, uliumizwa zaidi ndo ukaamua kutoka. Na wezi, and I also say, a pain and a heart will always bleed. So the moment you are getting into relationship, you'll go bleeding to one relationship to the other. Na hapo ndo unasikianga mzazi imefika mahali, Dennis, anaanza kuambia watoto wako, usinibunje roho venye baba yako alinivunja. Why? Huyu mtu hajawahi pona. Ama huyu mtoto akitumwa kwenda kuona babake, instead I agree, this is the father of my kids. She sent the kids to be the spy of the father. Ulienda huko ulipata aje? Ulipata mwanamke huko? What are you putting and instilling in the minds of these kids? They'll grow knowing my dad is unfaithful, is a cheat. So the moment these kids are in another relationship, they'll be accepting the same thing.
Breadcrumbs.
Exactly. If my mother cannot trust my father because my father had other ladies, who am I? You see? So as a person, as a lady, as a young person, go for therapy. Heal yourself first. Understand who you are, where you are coming from, and where you want to go in the next chapter of your life as far as relationships are concerned. Another thing that I would also emphasize, Dennis, when it comes to co-parenting, the person that you are taking your children to stay to as a father, what is the character of that father? Is he alcoholic? Is he violent? Is he an humanizer? Ati atakuja kuonesha watoto wako other women? You see? Number 2, ye ni ule wa kwenda kukunywa anakuja asubuhi. Because at the end of it, you'll not co-parent, Dennis, for the sake of co-parenting. You are co-parenting for the well-being of these children. But in the event that it is not supportive, then you just let it be. And then another thing, Dennis, as the father of these children, in the event that you get married, what happens to these children? You have to introduce these children to your other wife. Waambie niaje? Your mom and I didn't work, but I had to move on. And this is now my wife. But as my children, this you are also your home. Si ati mtoto akikuja kuparent kwako deni si wiki. Leo analala huku, kesho analala huku. Yani you end up confusing this child. You know, at the end of it anashanga, is he my father ama what is happening? But the moment you create an environment your kid, the co-parenting will be very easy. Because anajua nikienda kwa dadi kuna nyumba yangu, kuna nguo yangu, kuna mahali naekanga my personal stuff. Si ati leo ndalala sitting, kesho ndalala jikoni, kesho mara ndalala sitting room, you know. So co-parenting for me, I take it as a process, and it is a self-initiative that you have to take as a mother and also as a father. Because also Dennis, being my ex-husband, I cannot force you to co-parent. I can't. It has to come within you. And you show me that you have the capabilities of doing it. And then, hapo ndio pia Dennis inakuja kukuuliza hii swali moja. Very tricky because you're a man. As a lady, ungefanya nini ndio ni feel yenyewe uko tayari ku-co-parent na mimi? Because I think that is now the other challenges that people are facing. You want the co-parenting, but you don't want to go the cost. You don't go the extra mile. You don't want to have the sacrifice, but you want to own that title of kuna bibi yangu anakuanga na watoto wangu. You see? And I think that is the outcry that many women are facing outside here. Na inafika mahali sasa, what I was talking of, not teaching your children of the bad behavior of your dad, to teaching them so that you can break that relationship. So Dennis, ni nini mwanaume anafaa kufanya ndio co-parenting iko rahisi from your end?
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Before you call men deadbeat,
yes,
just know some have tried.
Yes.
You can find, this is what happens, the current generation. Unapata doti ana date watu watatu at the same time. Then saa ile amepata ball, anataka kuwekelea
mwenye ako stable.
Mwenye ako stable, si ndio? Remember, I'm a man, we share. Unapata jamaa, anajua huyu mtoto si wangu, but jamaa anaamua kutake responsibility. Why? Aliamua tu kutulia, kunyamaza. Men unyamazia vitu mingi sana, and that's why men die early. Ni mnabaki tu. So, the reason why nasema hivi, unaona watu wako bita wanaitana debit. Now, mimi najua huyu mtoto si wangu, si ndio? Steve anajua huyu mtoto si wake, si ndio? Anapata kuna mtu in the equation, anajua tu, si ati wanaume hata wanafanyaga DNA chini ya maji. Then the same doti anaanza kumisbehave. Ako like alijaribu kusanitize kitu kwa relationship, but alikuwa anajua doti ni player, doti ball si yangu, but aliamua kulea mtoto. So tuki break up, nikiona doti bado ana cheat ama anaendelea kufanya zile tabia zake, nikiamua kuachana doti, mimi si debit. Nilijua ukweli na nikajitoa.
Lakini ndio acha
tunaendelea. This is me talking. Nakuja bado kwako, sawa? Hiyo wanaume wengi wanajuanga.
Okay.
Na wanatulia, si ndio?
Wow.
Then kuna mahali tunafika na doti, najua mtoto ni wangu. Kila kitu najua, hata kuna kichwa kubwa kama kibuncha, najua mtoto ni wangu. Now that one, if I'm healthy, remember most people when you're co-parent, wana counter-parent. Now ni counter-parent, they are not parenting the right way.
Sure.
Si watu healthy. Why? Inaanza from the roots. These people are just having casual sex. Watu hata wako na date, wali meet somewhere, when tulisema the last episode, wali meet somewhere, waka unprotected sex, unashtuka ukakunywa pitu ikakataa, ukashtuka uko na ball. Wengine hata walijaribu kuabort, ikakataa. Sasa vile ilikataa ndo wanakuja kusema niko na ball yako sijui nini. Unaona from the onset, Huyu mtoto hata ana grow, unapata you are the mother but hata umpendi, unajaribu vile. Na some people even have died in the process of kujaribu kuabort, si ndio? But by good luck au kudai hii ball ikakaa ukadeliver huyu mtoi. So wana raise tu watoi akiwa bitter. So kindly, if you are not willing to raise a kid, kuwa tuna protected sex na anzaga from the roots. Because watu wengi, it's funny, Doti unasikia najua Kibunja ni player, then unasema acha nipate bola Kibunja, ndo ni mtrap.
Ndio ni mtulize.
Ni mtrap, sindio? Ama acha niweke Doti ball ndo atulie. Men have died, ladies have died in the process. Sure. Kudai si kudai tukuzike. Uko kwa relationship by move, hata uwezi fanya kitu mentally disturbed. Na believe me, ukipata huyu mtoi anakuwaga 20 year liability juu kila saa unatoa tu fees, chakula nini, liability. Na watu wengi wamekuwa disorganized na kupata watu mpaka life yao sasa haijakuwa poa. I have many friends. Unapata mtu alipata mtoi at 17 na akuja akasema juu hana career au una kitu yote. Akakuja akapata mtoto wa pili. Ukisha kupata watoto wawili sasa, you have to have money. So let me finish with this one before I hand it over to you. Before you think of love, before you think of a kid, make sure you have a life. Life, it's you have a career, you have a business. Why? In case things don't work, na nione who I'm trying to co-parent with a Jelewi, I can parent this baby alone. Sure. It's better to have one parent who is healthy than two parents when unagongana. Mtaraise mtoto aamue mimi nimependa ule kijana. Msichana kwa mimi nimependa ule msichana. Hakuna kitu tutafanya. Exactly. Juaje ona relationship yako na. Remember watoto waambiagi kids observe. Sana wana observe what is happening. Ni waambiagi ati penda sijui nini wanaangalia chenye kina happen. Thank you.
Wewe days nikakumbuka like now the first boyfriend or the first girlfriend. Sana unataka kae mamako kiplani. Unaelewa? Au unataka kae kama babako. So I'm relating what you're saying like kids observe and from the previous podcast the one that we were talking about why marriage failed and we connected it to vitu zetu tunatoanga home na vitu zingine tuna learn home but Dennis kuna ujanijibu.
Yes.
Nimekuuliza.
Yes.
Mimi Doti nilikuwa nataka hii marriage work.
Yes.
They know me nilikuwa nataka hii relationship work. Nilikuwa nataka hiyo the unit of family with them.
Yes. But
because of 1, 2, 3 things it didn't work.
Yes.
And then it happens like I have your 4 kids.
Yes.
And I'm out there, you are out there, and we have these kids. And like I said prior,
yes,
you might have been not a good husband, but I know you're a good daddy.
Yes.
What will take you as a man to come into place and co-parent amicably? Yes.
That one is very okay. You know, the good thing
from the man's side of view.
From the man's side view, this is what I'll do as a healthy man. I'm trying to work on myself to be a good dad. This is what I'll do. I can comfortably raise kids. You can comfortably raise kids to co-parent. Then, as they grow akikuwa kubwa, I can tell them by the way, me and mom, tulikuwa tunapendana, but things didn't work out. Don't give them a lot of details. Just let them know wakiendelea kugrow. Things didn't work out. I'm a good father. I'm sure you have seen your mom is a good mom. But there is some things which didn't work. That's why we needed a healthy environment for you kids. Ndo mweze kugrow. That one is very okay.
Yeah.
Now, remember, kuna watu wanaekwa... Imagine kuna watu wanatrapa baba, wazee wenyewe, na watoto. Kumekuwa na cases, watu wamekufa. Wameuliwa juu najaribu kutrap huyu jamaa. Labda ni MP, labda ni mkubwa mahali, anajua itatent image yake. Na, can you admit some of our parents are very unhealthy? Mpaka wanapush watoto waleo na wababa, waleo na watu wazee, juu wanaona kuna some money. Poverty is a curse. By then, in our next episode, we should talk about poverty. Na poverty mindset. In a mess, parents, mpaka wanapush wachana wao wako 18 years, hata amwambie enda usome ako like, mzee ako na pesa, weka hapo. Si bora tu analea mtoto. They don't care about the mental illness of their kids. they don't care. Believe me, mtu wako 50 years haizi connect na mtu wako 18 years. Itakuwa tu puppet ya kucontrol. Remember, this 50-year-old hata haizi satisfy huyu msichana sexually, haizi satisfy. Why? Let me share this ni bad news from my side. Wacha ni share tu because Paul, kitambo nilikuwa Saul. There is this lady I was dating way back in 2011. Alikuwa na mbaba, alikuwa na pesa but hakuwa nampenda. Mimi ndo nilikuwa
lover.
Wacheni nifungue can of worms. Na alikuwa anampea pesa mingi, sisi tunakula tu. But niko sure now, believe me, alikuja akaambia mamake, hakuna mtu anamjua. Alikuja akaambia mamake ako like, mzee ako na pesa, hata amepromise kujengea. So this mbaba aliyoperform akaenda akajenga huko kwa ushago. But the lady hakuwa na connect. Kabisa hakuwa na connect. Unaona? So this parent ako very unhealthy. This parent ako very broke. So akiona some, now imagine dem angepata bole huyu mbaba. Na wanasema ataka co-parent. Lakini mbaba mwenyewe alikuwa at least alikuwa cool kidogo. So from my point of view, our parents ndo wanasukuma watoto wao, imagine wako kwa funny relationship. Alafu unasikia wengine kutuambia sijui utapata watoto lini. Tumeenda ushago na my brother juzi. Alafu this old mama ko like, Kibunja, sasa unafaa kuwa na watoto 3. Niko like, madam, najiambia kwa kichwa, madam, sitaki kuraise watoto wangu vile nimeona. Juu watoto wake ukiangalia watu wako hapo ushago wanakula mogoka, hakuna mwenye hata ashai pita class 8. Yeah, nafikiria tu kusaya kids. Me, I want to raise kids. Healthy setup whereby our kids wanapata basic needs. Our kids wanaweza enda shule wasome mpaka mahali wanataka. So, if you come from these typical African families, kindly address your roots, know where you come from, then uangalie. Thank you.
Dennis, umesema hiyo kitu nikakumbuka kuna dembeshti yangu mwingine. Those days. za F2. So mwaka F2.
Yes, Florida.
So dembeshti yangu.
Hawezi elewa.
Dembeshti yangu alikuwa na mbaba. Ako na mbaba na ako na Charlie. Sasa Charlie sana ni age mates zetu.
Yes.
Lakini kuna mbaba mwenye ako na doa yenye si atu. Do you know mbaba alikuwa anatupeleka mpaka out. Na Charlie yake amekaa tu hapo. Na amerelax tu abaiwe na alishwe. So you can relate what you are saying. These things happen. Yeah? So even before I proceed and go further, to our viewers, would you date someone who is co-parenting with another person? Kindly comment. And I think in our next episode, we shall go through what our viewers will have said. Yeah, because we want to get your input. As in, what do you feel? What do you think? Is it easy? What are the challenges that you may face when you're dating someone who is co-parenting? And as we wind up, Dennis, one thing that I would emphasize on is co-parenting is not hard. Neither is it complicated. The moment you heal, you've let go, you've understood where the marriage didn't work or the relationship didn't work, it makes things easier. But one thing that I also make people to be aware of is let's keep the interest of our children as our key goal, not our own interests. Because I tend to believe like these kids will grow at some point, and if you're not careful as a mother or as a father, they will turn against you. Because right now when kids are between 3 to around 14 years old, you can manipulate them with the words that you say, with the feelings and the attitude that you show them, you know, concerning the other partner. But as they grow, they come to learn the kind of a person you are, as the mother, as the father. So what I would say is, when you're having your fights with your ex-husband, with your ex-partner, don't involve your children in that shit. Dennis, so huu mtoto ukamwonesha ni aje, tutoke kwa dadi ama tutoke kwa mami, juu dadi ni mviolent ama mami ni abusive, mshatoka. then uko nje mkipigiana simu pia na the next na huo partner wako bado mnazushiana. So what are you showing this kid? That also you are not stable emotionally. So what I would say to parents is, whatever the disagreement, whatever the hurt, whatever the pain, deal it at your own level. Give your children safety of heart, safety of mind, and safety of emotions. Being for the fact that these kids will grow at some point, and like you've said, kids observe a lot. Na siku moja watakugekiwa kwambia, by the mother, wewe ndio ulikuwa mbaya. Tumeona dadi venye amekuwa na amekuwa mzuri. Oh, they say, dad, whatever mom used to go through, it was really true, you are not a good man. So let's try, as we are co-parenting as parents, let's give our children the good environment, the best of it. Let's put our issues aside from our children. And I know at the end of it, it will be a good thing. Yeah?
Sure,
This
sure.
topic can't end. It's very, complex. Yes. It has so many details. It has so many issues to deal with. And for where we've reached, I know tuko mahali, Dennis.
Okay, I'll finish with this one. Mm-hmm. If you're a man and unaenda somewhere, kuna men waendi somewhere, nataka tukubet, walipe rent, waongelee Premier League, alafu kuna watu wako na vision, kuna watu wako na goals. Kama unataka kwenda mbali, kindly usipande mbegu zako tu anywhere. Otherwise takumess. Because believe me, even kuna watu wanajua mimi si wife material. Kuna watu wanajua mimi ni slay queen tu, but niko sure tu nikipata bole huyu jamaa haezi acha mtoi. Utaekwa hapo. Nimeona men wakifutwa kazi kubwa, nimeona men wakosa kufanya biashara zao juu ya kuweka a funny creature, a funny girl somewhere ball. Again, I always say this, kindly, before you think of love. Kuna watu wengine hata kwenyu hakuna choo. Unajua kuna watu kwa hata hakuna choo. Kuna watu kwenyu ujeo na watu wakula 3 meal. Before you think of getting pregnant ama kupata ball, kindly think of your finances first. Address your issues. Watu wengi wameingia kwa relationship juu ile validation, juu ya validation, juu ya love yenye kupata from their background. I always say, address your past, address your issues, so that when you're in the dating scene, uko sober. Hauko hapo juu unataka shilingi 2, hauko hapo juu dada kuwa present, so jamaa kukatia unafikiria hiyo presence za dada unafeel. So address your issues, and if you are co-parenting, it's very okay. If you are counter-parenting, kindly make sure you do it alone. You can only do it alone if you are mentally stable na kama uko na some finances. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.